Well, hello there, Scorpio. My name's Chris. Welcome into Tropical Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading today. If you're new, welcome in. Thank you so much for giving me a shot. If you're a returning Tropical Tarot person, welcome back. I really appreciate you guys. All the likes, comments, and subscribes are fantastic, so thank you so much. I think they help my videos fly, so I appreciate it. Please check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for a fuller picture this week if you would like more information. There is a link to astrocharts.com in the description box. If you know your place and time of birth, you can find out your sun, moon, rising sign, even your north node, which is your destiny for this life, is in your astrology chart. So check that out. We are ready to go, I believe. All shuffled and ready to go for Scorpio from the 19th through the 25th. Let's do this. You ready? Awesome. In the past, you have clean it up. Ooh, not what I wanted to do. Current situation is flexible, and in the future, you have soulmates. As far as the tarot, in the past, you have the King of Swords. Your current situation is 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Tower, Sun, and 8 of Swords. In the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune with soulmates, and your overall energy for this reading is the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is about memories that you've spent with somebody. There's a word, I think it's called naglasa. I can't say it. Nostalgia? That's the way it is. That's the real way to say it. Nostalgia, but I always say nostalgia or something. Anyway, yes, this is about memories with somebody in the past. For you, Scorpio. So, in the past, you have the King of Swords and clean it up. So you were either dealing with an air sign, or the truth was really important to you. So we're going to see which one it is. Tell me about the King of Swords in the past for Scorpio, please. Please tell me about the King of Swords. 3 of Wands. 8 of Cups. Temperance. I feel like in the past, I can't quite figure out if it's an air sign you're dealing with or if you just wanted the truth. But either way, in the past, sometime before the 19th, it was about clean it up. Clean up this situation. I feel like you have already decided to look in another direction. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is like standing on a cliff saying, what's next for me, right? 8 of Cups is saying, I'm going to walk away from something that doesn't fulfill me. So I used to sell cell phones, and if I would have sold you a phone and you went home and you tried to charge your phone and it would only get to 80%, and you tried everything to charge that phone, you'd bring it back, right? Well, this is the kind of thing, like, I feel like this King of Swords did not satisfy you, and it was just time for you to move on. And once you decided to go, it was like, well, I should balance myself. I should, balance this relationship sort of before I walk away. You start off the 19th through the 25th with the 10 of Swords. You got some tough stuff here this week, and I'm, just going to be honest and tell you that. 10 of Swords is 10 swords in your back. When people say, have they hit their bottom? The bottom is the 10 of Swords. There's nothing below that. You have hit your bottom in the beginning of the week, and I'm going to figure out why. In love, communication about somebody getting recognition. So in the beginning of the week, you could have communication about the person that you love or care about getting recognition from somebody else, and that might make you feel like you were stabbed in the back. The next card is the 4 of Cups. And 4 of Cups, you might have even been lied to. I just saw the 7 of Swords. 4 of Cups is somebody offering you something and you just don't want it. I feel like it's this old love relationship, and it might be with that King of Swords because I saw him again. Tell me about the 4 of Cups as your next card. 6 of Cups. Remember the Naglasa card? The card about memories? Okay, 6 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, one more please, Knight of Wands. There's a person that's going to try to offer you love this week, probably the one that's getting recognition from somebody else. They're going to come back into your experience and they're going to try to make you an offer. But part of the reason that you don't want their love is because you've been out in the cold for a long time. They've left you alone or out in the cold for a really, really long time. And now it's almost that you see this person as a player. Knight of Wands. This is my hit it and quit it dude. This is typically a Sagittarius, but can be any sign. I think what I've noticed is if you dig into people's charts, you can find the Sagittarius. So even if they're not a Sagittarius, they might have a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, hence showing up like this. So this person left you out in the cold for a really long time. I feel like they left you alone, which is different than being out in the cold. But you have memories with this person. You're realizing this week that they really are a player. You have the Tower next. I will tell you the Tower is a tough card. I'm not going to lie, but sometimes in a weekly reading, it could just be something it could be very small. I think people really overanalyze the Tower and think that it's just this absolute destruction. All the Tower means is that things were built too rigidly and the Tower can't move. So when a big gust of wind comes along, the Tower comes down. And it's just because it was built too rigidly. There was no movement there, right? Go up in the Sears Tower. Well, at least they used to call it that in Chicago. And you can feel it move. And the reason that it moves is because, if it didn't, it would fall over. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Yeah. There's a Tower moment that happens, but I think it's mostly your worry. I feel like there is a lot of energy with thoughts and worry here. Something's going to happen this week that's going to make you worried, and it's going to make you feel like you were stabbed in the back all over again, and it's going to really leave you in a position where you just don't know what to pick. 7 of Cups says there's too many choices. Look at her. She's like, there's all those different cups. Which one am I going to pick? One of them has a snake in it. I don't want the one with the snake. What if I pick the third cup and I end up getting a snake, right? So it's all because you were unable to make up your mind about something. Your next card is the Sun, which I really like after the Tower. It's almost like it's almost like you're able to see things clearly. I just told somebody the other day I need to get new cards because I'm like flipping them all over the place. So, like I said, the Sun, happiest card in the deck. I feel like the light is going to come out. Yes, Truth, Sun, 8 of Swords. You're trapped in this, Scorpio. You were trapped in this. It's almost like you see you're trapped. You know it. The truth occurs to you. I'm stuck in this thing. How do I get out of this thing? You have this same card twice, almost right next to each other. 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Boom, boom. So you're trapped at the end of the week. You're trapped by yourself. You're trapped by your own thoughts. Let's look at this card. So this person is all tied up and the swords surround them and they're blindfolded. But the swords signify thoughts. And you put yourself in this position. You tied yourself up. You blindfolded yourself because you didn't want to look at all those things. I know. Not good, right? But the one thing with this, I will tell you in the book, it says if you wiggle a little bit, if you can just wiggle a little bit, you can get out of this situation. So, end of the week, it's time for you to wiggle. It's time for you to wiggle and do something different. Tell me about the 8 of Swords, please. Tell me about the 8 of Swords for Scorpio. Hanged One. 4 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you've really put yourself in some funky positions in order to deal with this person. The Hanged One, right? So the Hanged Man or the Hanged One is about hanging yourself upside down to achieve peace. Sound familiar? So you've done this for a long time. That's why you feel trapped. So you're hung upside down trying to achieve peace. You really don't want the love of this person, but it's almost like you have a new idea about how you want to go forward after this with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is it's a card for Virgo, and it's next right thing, next right thing, next right thing. So the end of the week, like I say, you feel trapped, but you sort of know a way forward, and it isn't this old person. You have flexible over here as your oracle card from the 19th through the 25th. This says that you need to be as flexible as a palm tree in a hurricane. That's pretty flexible, right? So, on that note, I have seen a hurricane. I lived through Irma down here, and palm trees can flat out bend like 45 degrees and then go right back up, or 90 degrees. I don't know. I wasn't good at all of that in school. But here I am. So you're going to be flexible, but just know you won't break. I think that's very important to know. In the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about a couple things. It's about destined and fated. It means that luck's on your side. And it also means that sometimes we live on the top part of the wheel. That has love and joy and happiness and all that kind of fun stuff. And then sometimes we're on the bottom of the wheel with depression, anxiety, other bad things. It means everything's cyclical. So I'm going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the future. You do have it with soulmates, so I'm interested to see what you get. Especially with the cards that you've had this week. Six of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles. I think it might be time for you to go. Six of Swords is... Remember I told you all of these swords, all of them, are about thoughts. Thoughts. So now you take your thoughts and go. Now you get in that boat. You take all that stuff that you've been so worried about, and you take it with you and you leave. But you're still unable to make a decision. It's like, do I leave or do I just not do anything? Would I rather sit here and hold these giant swords up in the air and blindfold myself rather than make a decision? I feel like there could possibly be a third here with the Three of Pentacles. Let's find out. I do that sometimes. I haven't done that in a while. We'll find out. Is there a third? Is there a third party in this situation? Is there a third party in this situation for Scorpio? And I want one card. One card. Is there a third? Is there a third? Is there a third? Yeah. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Meaning there's another person. And that's what has you all messed up. That's what all this is about. There's another person that they have passion for. That's unfortunate. You do have soulmates down here. So, there's a lot of different kinds of soulmates. There's friends, there's lovers, there's all kinds of soulmates. And sometimes you meet them for just a glimpse, right? And they're just in your experience for a moment. And sometimes they're here for years. But either way, in the future, that soulmate part has something to do with this. So, I wish your reading was better, Scorpio. I still show you at the very end of this not wanting to go. But you also don't want the third thing either. So, but there is someone else and there is passion there. For some of you, not for absolutely every person. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of people watch this reading, so who knows? But that's what I have for you guys, Scorpio, 100%. As far as your spirit animal card, you got the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. I haven't gotten this card very much at all because there's a whole bunch of cards in this spirit animal deck and I shuffle it. So I think this is maybe even the first time I've gotten this. Maybe. So you have a new birth coming up, but you have to let this go. You have to let this go, right? There's this thing, it's called being in the flow. And it's about knowing that you can let things go because more will come in. The best example of that I can give is money. And we spend money all the time, right? All day, every day, we all spend money. We buy this, we buy gas, we buy a soda, we buy this. And we spend and we don't freak out that no more will come. So why do we do that in love? All of us do that, not just Scorpio. All of us do that. So why do we do that in love and think that there's no more? There's more. But you have to let it go like the money in order to let more in, right? If you hold on to every dollar you have, you're not going to get very far in this world, right? Because you're not going to be able to buy gas, you're not going to be able to go to work, you're not going to be able to do anything. So flow is very important, and that's just a piece of advice that I have, but you don't have to take it. So thank you so much. As far as signs, I have Sagittarius, I have Scorpio, I have Sagittarius again, I have Gemini, I have Leo twice, I have Virgo, and that's what I got. Oh, and Scorpio too, you're here as well, and it's raining. Anyway. Thank you so much. If you like the content I create, please like, subscribe, and share. The like button looks like this. It's just below the video. Also below the video, there's a subscribe button. If you press that one, you'll be notified anytime I upload a new reading. And until next week, I just want to leave you with lots of peace, love, and light. Thank you.